Live. Hello, hello. Okay, we have no video. This is a problem.
Hooray, we're live but not live.
Why are we not live?
We are
Radio
spooky
play.
voices.
Hello?
Disembodied voices, everyone.
Hello.
And Lane was just telling me I needed to have lights on.
Yep. Nope, we're all in the dark.
Oh, you know what? We're on the wrong channel. Everybody jump over to general.
Oh, that's why. I
Hey, it's happening.
Gonna suffer face.
Hello.
There we go. Have you got the Oh yeah, there we go.
Well, while we're stalling for time,
Hi,
can I show
everybody.
off as my dice tower this week? I'm finally busting out. It's a 3D printed R2D20.
Ooh, fancy.
So this is a doodle that I did as like a dumb joke, and then my genius cousin, who's a 3D modeler, built and printed this himself.
Nice.
That's gonna be a dice tower?
It is a dice tower, yeah. So you roll on the top, and it comes out the butt, and he poops it.
Yay!
Perfect.
So that is what I'm going to be rolling for this session.
You can roll R2D20. Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Why are we all in a weird position? I don't know why this is happening.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
Oh, hey, I'm the DM.
Hey,
Oh no!
All
Quick,
right.
This
level
is
us all up.
weird. Hello.
New rules. Everybody give me your blood.
Aw.
Hey, Lane, you don't have a camera on. Where's your camera? Maybe that'll pop us
Oh,
in
there
the
we
right
go.
spot. Yeah, no.
I do
Am I
now.
about to be
Yes.
demoted? Ah,
Yes.
I've been demoted to
You
mere
were
semi-mortal
briefly
again.
the DM.
Ah.
Hello, audience.
everybody.
We are very disorganized here.
Hi,
Okay, but we've
how's
got
it
it all
going?
worked out now. Hooray!
Why do
All
we even have
right.
that channel?
Yeah, I wondered what the hell that was all about.
Good.
DM looks
Okay,
handsome
hi.
today. I'm not sure if that was like a diss on me or a
On me.
compliment on Peter. But
I am
anyway,
wearing a very nice shirt with strawberries on it.
It's true. It's very cool.
true.
I'm
I can
wearing
jump into my intro now. So
my
welcome.
dark ride shirt.
Oh, that's rad.
I quite like the Polish flag behind you.
What? No, that's a painted wall.
I know, but it's white and red in the same proportion as the Polish flag.
What we're saying is that you're a extreme Polish nationalist.
Yeah, coming
and
to us
you're-
live from
Exactly.
Poland.
Live
So
from Poland.
extreme.
Trolland.
I'm not even Polish. I'm just really into it.
Yeah.
Hello to our internet friends and webcomic fans.
Hello,
Now that we have arranged ourselves in the appropriate
Windows.
order, in the appropriate windows, yeah, now we can say it is I, your
Hello.
friendly neighborhood dungeon biologist, here to welcome you to another episode of Trash Heroes, our Dungeons & Dragons stream, wherein we recount the epic adventures of the wildly improbable creatures we call the Trash Heroes. And as always, our players are this collection of wonderful, talented webcomic artists. We are temporarily sans Danielle Corsetto, but we'll do our best to include freaky swamp content to the best of our abilities. And without further ado, I will introduce the players who are here and their characters. So first up, it's the Keeper of the Vermin, Protector of the Trash Heap, back again, Fetid Quaggle.
That's me.
And our larger-than-life pit-fighting superstar, Ugna Sugar Tusks.
At me.
Indeed. The trickster, cleric, rogue, baker, and all-around party animal that is Tromlin Darioles.
Hi.
No all-natural Genasi Swamp Druid this week, but finally our
It's a
sweet
plant.
old grandpa. Yeah, a plant. Hooray!
Yay.
I told you we
Artificial.
still have the content.
Artificial Genasi.
Yep, that's what you gotta fill in with. And finally, our sweet old grandpa, who is also accidentally an ancient warlock, Copernicus Sunshine.
Are we sure it's an accident?
I mean, I'm not sure.
It's for certain values of accidental.
We shall see, I suppose.
So when we last left our heroes, things were pretty fast and furious and wild and crazy. Our group, which included a raven-shaped Glorpa, but also an unconscious Fetid, snoozing in a backpack.
Yeah, someone's gonna have to wake me up and fill me in.
Yeah, the decision last game was that since you were hiding in Ugna's backpack when Ugna was invisibly sneaking into the camp, Ugna turned a corner too fast and basically Fetid has been unconscious in the backpack ever since.
Nice.
It's good.
It's like when you get on the bus and you actually nail someone in the face, the backpack.
Best
Except it
sleep
was the
I've had all
backpack
week.
this time.
Yep.
And when you woke up at some point, you probably came around and weren't sure where you were, but there was rations everywhere. So you've just been like picking out in the backpack.
Yeah. I'm gonna slowly ooze out 30 pounds heavier.
Oh, good. You've eaten several months worth of food.
Oh, good.
Yep.
In one sitting.
Well, remember, Ugna
How
brought way
much
too much.
is safe
Yeah.
to eat?
Uh-oh, we have to go back to town. We have no more food.
So you had finished off the adventure by breaking the mad turtle inventor Mantanaraxti out of his imprisonment in the camp and gotten him back to his ship, which I can reveal is got a name painted on it, the Crimson Paradigm, and this ridiculous steam-powered airship was then used to come back to the camp. And while Tromlin was disguised or polymorphed to appear to be Shaylin Tark's ex-girlfriend, Tromlin basically managed to lure Shaylin to the edge of the camp, where with a flyby from the airship, you launched a sticky web launcher on a rope that was jury-rigged by the Turtle Artificer, and have snagged Shaylin and hauled her up onto the deck of the ship as you flew past, waves of arrows being fired by various disorganized, angry bandit barbarians. And Tromlin, at the last second, getting out of there with a misty step, has grabbed one of the ropes trailing from the ship and is now being hauled bodily over the landscape as the ship ascends to make its escape. And we join the party in media res on this ship. And so I'm going to start right off the bat with a poll, which is going to take me a quick moment since I don't have
Our
my shadow
DM is not here to come up with...
to run the polls. So I'm going to post it myself. So feel free to chat amongst yourselves, players, as I attempt to...
I have knocked over my screen when trying to keep a bird from jumping on the keyboard and stopping the stream. So just chaos, basically.
Is it wrong I still feel bad about catfishing the villain?
Yeah.
It depends on how villainous the villain turns out to be.
That makes it worse if she's not that villainous.
It's true.
So are you now hoping that she's worse and has done worse things?
I don't know.
Spilling more evil into the world to relieve yourself of the burden of evil you did to potentially neutralize her evil.
Honestly, Tromlin feels guilty about it no matter what.
Yeah.
Like, he's not gonna feel good about what he did.
I don't know who you got those genes from, but one Bernie.
Those morality
that was obviously
genes.
not. That was whichever parent of mine did not descend of you. I assume I have one parent who did not descend of you.
I hope so.
Probably the goat half.
I hope so.
So technically, I'm a human, but it's a birth defect. It's one of those weird things. So maybe my parents are cousins.
Yep.
Possible.
You're partly
it's possible.
Fae.
Does this world have a Fae version of like backwoods Massachusetts?
Oh man, Massachusetts hillbillies, that's a thing.
It's the Faerun Ozarks.
My character's from Springfield, Mass. In this world. See, I love making that joke because people up north get so mad about it. But in Massachusetts, it's completely illegal to marry your first cousin. And when they tried to take it off the book in the last decade, people fought against it.
Okay, I've got the poll live. I'll take this quick opportunity to mention to all of our audience watching right now and checking out the poll. We got 10 minutes to vote in the poll. You can, of course, vote extra times if you put some bits or channel points into it. So feel free to do that if you are particularly interested in one of these options becoming the lead option. And I will also mention that when the poll is over and for the rest of the show, as always, feel free to cheer for the players, because if we fill up the little counter you can see on my DM screen,
life
I
bar.
will give further inspirations to the party. Right now, everyone's got one inspiration exactly. I'm also, I think this is a good time,
Hello.
while we're getting our poll in here, for me to put in another invite to the fan Discord, because the previous ones wear off.
Man, we
Where
are
is the
real low
invite people?
on just about everything. Inspirations, hero points
Oh yes, it's that stage of the
of this adventure.
Our cup
adventure.
runneth empty.
Hey, we can
Okay, I'm
always
gonna
take more black
post-
tokens.
That's always gone so
Exactly.
well for us.
Yeah,
It's always an
that's
option.
great.
So for anyone who's joined us in the chat, if you feel like joining up on the fan Discord to check out behind the scenes stuff and chatter between games, there is an invite in the chat. Those invites only last for about like 6 hours or something like that. But if you click on it in the next 6 hours, you will be in, and we can chat with you in there. We have a few more people who joined up this week. Subscribers, of course, have access to the subscriber-only channel in the Discord, and also the subscribers get to be in our weekly draws, or bi-weekly? Is that what you use for every other week? Whatever.
Our every game.
Game lead. Episode lead.
Game-a-lead.
Yeah, there you go.
Episodically.
Our episodically given draws for sketch card. Okay, so while that poll is counting down, you are all in this moment in media res. The crazy steam-powered cannon that fired a giant ball of sticky web attached to a rope has a huge clockwork flywheel spring, so that the moment the net struck the ground and burst sticky threads all over Shaylin Tark, quite surprising her and capturing her in an entangled mess.
Wait, how could she be
Immediately.
surprised if I knocked her unconscious?
Oh right, sorry. You actually used
Yeah.
your sleep
Yeah.
spell on her to set up the target.
You used a
I
spell
also
called
punched her.
Trust Issues.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Ooh. See, this is why Trauma feels really shitty right now.
But that as soon as that occurred, the flywheel springs into action and zips the rope sucked spaghetti like back up onto the ship, and like just blasting Shaylin onto the deck in a sort of splatter of glue covered ropes and threads. And Tromlin, as I said, quickly misty steps out of the wooden wall around the camp and grabs for one of the guy ropes, one of the hanging ropes off of the sides of the ship, and is thusly spirited away along with the rest of the ship as Araxti has his little mechanical droid men shovel more coal into the boiler and send the propellers going super fast. This is the point at which all of this commotion on deck is going to, first of all, require deck saves from everybody as this ship careens off into the night. I don't need one from Fetid because he's still in a backpack.
Right. 15 for me.
Nor do I need one from Glorpa, who is a bird.
Point, I'm like maybe 1/3 awake, and I'm like, man, seems to be a lot of jostling around out there.
Indeed.
9.
So Tromlin Tromlin is hanging from a rope, and with a dex save of 9,
Ooh.
which I'll maybe wait and see if you want to potentially spend any of your
Oh,
1 inspiration on that.
is that one of the ones that I get
Advantage?
advantage on?
Just the dex save straight up? No, I don't think
Okay.
so.
And
But
it's
if you
one of my-
spend your inspiration, you can.
Can I try and blood magic grapple him with my fishing rod?
You can, but wait and see if he actually falls first.
Okay.
You know what? I'm so low in inspiration.
Yeah, you just.
Are you're gonna save it or use it?
I'm gonna save it. Let's see
All
if
right.
Grandpa
Bernie to
can.
the rescue. This is like a fucking Goofy movie. The climax of Goofy movie.
The ultimate cast.
Well,
We're
first
doing it.
question is, what did you roll for
I rolled-
Copernicus?
I rolled a 12.
Okay, so Copernicus is not going to be in a particularly great position to make this attempt because Copernicus is careening across the deck.
All right, I'll use my inspiration.
Okay.
I do some of my best work while careening.
I mean, I did a 15. I could potentially do something.
Your 15 has got you in good condition. You've managed to like brace yourself against one of the several masts that you're not sure why they're there because there's no sails.
With my modifier.
Yep.
5.
Oh my goodness!
Oh,
So the
no.
inspiration
So, the nine
Oh
better.
no.
is not a better roll. If you can mark that inspiration off for me, Alina.
Eh.
So, Copernicus, you have also failed your roll and are careening across the deck. Are
Oh.
you interested in inspiration on your
Yeah,
roll?
all right. I will do that.
If you
10.
do so with the
Worse.
bonus, so it is worse. Okay,
I'll keep my 12,
so
please.
you
And thank you.
have lost your footing and are basically sliding across the deck as the ship is canted at a bit of an angle.
Mhm.
But you notice off the side of the ship where the ropes are kind of swinging wildly, Tromlin is slipping
No.
from where he is hanging down the rope.
Are you
It's a
still
good run.
maintaining the fly spell, Copernicus, or did we kind of get rid of that?
Oh, that's a good point. I'm
'Cause-
just thinking for a second. I don't think you had to break it.
I don't think I had to, but I feel like Copernicus would. Like, if once he's on a deck of a ship,
Yeah.
I don't think he would just keep it running. Like, because it's distraction and concentration. There's a lot going on. The plan. He probably wouldn't keep it
That's
concentrated.
fair.
Then
Okay.
instead of that,
I will accept
Ugna
that.
is going to like hold on to a rope and try to George of the Jungle catch Tromlin.
Yeah, here
Like
we go.
swing down
You're
and
gonna
just catch
try
him.
and swing down and catch a hold of him. I will allow that. This
Awesome.
sounds pretty awesome. Okay.
Is this an athletics? Because I'm good at that.
Yes, indeed. This
some
is an
some
athletics
daring
roll.
do.
Yeah,
Well,
you gotta dare all the do.
I have rolled badly. I have rolled a 5, so that is 16.
That is good enough. So as Tromlin is slipping down the rope and,
I go,
and
"Hold on, buddy, I
barely hanging
gotcha!"
on,
And then I dive off the side of the rope, holding I like run back a little bit, holding the rope, and then jump over the edge, swing down, and just manage to like put my hand out just enough to like catch you as I go past. Probably by the
Aw.
scruff or by the hand if you're ready for it.
That's fine.
Yep.
excellent. I will also point out that I will just say that the spell has been dispelled or just dropped at this point, so Tromlin looks like Tromlin. Okay, so just going to say the vote is nearly over. We're just about at the end of the poll, so you got your last chance here to vote in the next like 30 seconds or so, just to the audience. So I can see clearly which one's winning, but it's certainly not unassailable. We'll see what happens. And so during this crazy exercise, Fetid, you become absolutely fully awake as
Oh, yeah,
the
you're still
bottom
in my
falls out
back.
of your stomach. Yeah, you're in the backpack as you plummet off the side of the ship and do this big swing. It's like you wake up on a roller coaster.
Wouldn't be the first time. I've made mistakes in the past.
And you're just like, whoa, what the hell? Okay. Excellent. Good. I'm just shutting down my poll view now. Poll is over, and I can see the winning selection, which is all I need to know.
Cool.
All right. So you're in mid-swing here, Ugna. You've grabbed Cromlin under one arm. You've got a hold of the rope in the other. Fetid, you're like poke your head out the top of the backpack, and you just see like the world sweeping by.
And
In
then
the
like
dark.
the back of Ugna's
It's like
head.
that one time I ate those weird mushrooms I found in the woods.
Oh yeah, you might even be wondering, like, is this ancient Dilbert Egypt? Because like,
Mhm.
there's a crazy as you come through this arc of the swing, there's this giant chugging sky boat with a
Mhm.
huge bubble above it that you're
Mhm.
swinging back up towards. Meanwhile, Copernicus, you're on deck. Araxti is very preoccupied, like pulling levers and yelling at his various little mechanical minions. Various like gadget arms are going out of his shell in different directions and grabbing various ropes and pulling and various levers. You actually kind of idly, as you tumble past, wonder if anyone else could even fly this ship. If the bandits had been successful in stealing it. But as this is going on, you roll a perception roll for me.
Ooh.
But of course. That's not good. 8.
8. So a not good happens, and you don't notice it.
Uh-oh.
Um,
Oh
so
no.
that's
Well, that's
excellent.
good. That's
Um,
good.
Okay,
That
so
won't come back to haunt us.
no, so you just basically roll to the one gunnel and like grab a hold and hang on for dear life as the ship is tilting. There's still a few arrows whizzing through the air at extreme range as the last of the archers are shooting this way. And Ugna, you've completed your swing and are now amongst the ropes hanging from the side of the ship, with Cromlin firmly tucked under one arm, and now you're kind of doing the awkward job of climbing back up with only one free hand. Fetid, you're just in the backpack going,
Yep.
okay, I'm close
Hopefully
the
I
top
don't die.
again, go back to sleep. This is
Uh,
definitely a
you all
bad.
notice this looks like
This is
something
definitely a
Ugna
Monday.
does frequently. She's got like the rope wrapped around one ankle, and then using that to kind of kick up to another hand grab, and then she'll like do something complicated with the rope and go up another couple feet.
I'm
You're
just
like looking for a
imagining,
turnbuckle
Yeah.
I'm just imagining
jump
putting
from.
like a Quaggle on board sign on your backpack.
Mhm.
Yeah.
She's got like one of those sticker sets, and it's like a giant gladiator, and then
A little
You know,
satyr
All the same
guy.
creatures.
a fey person, and then a little quaggle.
Look, sometimes a family is you, your satyr friend, his grandpa, your weird trash buddy, and a swamp plant lady.
Yep.
Oh, and don't forget a bucket.
And a bucket.
A bucket.
Sometimes your family is a
Sometimes
bucket.
Sometimes family is a bucket.
Love bucket.
Yep.
Oh
is the
no!
If this
No.
if this stream had merch, that would be merch.
Mhm.
I worry the singer Buckethead would sue us. I love that
Family
only
is a bucket.
Jeff's like, I get that reference.
Yep.
Oh.
Is that like
I'm sure.
is that a Lord Buckethead reference, or is that something
No,
else?
he was
No.
a member of Guns N' Roses, wasn't he, at some point?
For a little
Lord
while,
Buckethead.
yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
This
an
is a
actual
different-
thing.
This is a
No, there's
different person than Lord Buckethead,
Correct.
the
A joke British
the
candidate.
British
who has run
candidate for yeah.
So
Okay.
Buckethead is a guitarist who would perform with like a white mask, his hair flowing out, and a KFC bucket on his head,
Oh,
like
good.
a hat.
That's
Excellent.
a very good look.
Excellent.
And he's tall as fuck. He's like
Wonderful.
6.5 feet tall.
Yeah.
Holy
He's a
crap.
big man, that Mr. Buckethead.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if he's secretly Ryan North.
We've
He
discovered-
outed. His name is Brian something. Brian.
that
Yeah.
could very well be so.
That's just Ryan with a B.
Yep.
Yeah,
it really
Brian,
is.
Ryan, aha,
I'm
we figured it out.
Brian South.
Mhm.
No, because
Yep.
Buckethead is the B, so he's just added a B to Ryan.
Once you're
That's
over
where
a
it
certain
came
height,
from.
you're all the same person.
It's yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tall people.
Once you're
look
over
the
a
same
certain
to me.
height, you're Ryan North. That's the law.
Goliath hive mind.
Okay, so as Ugna, you climb up and poke up over the gunnel, heaving up Tromlin so he can grab a hold and get that extra grip. That is the moment at which Shaylin, who had come awake and was the thing that Copernicus didn't notice, and having cut herself free with a terrifying-looking black steel short sword.
Wait, I thought we took it away from her.
I think I think you did. I think you disarmed.
We do
you
have
took
a black
the sword.
token though.
You did take the black. I mean, it's not the. You didn't like strip her down. You just grabbed that sword after you knocked her unconscious. I think it's probably worth it. I think I'm going to take that black token back from Tromlin.
I thought that black token was someone very specific, though.
Oh yes, yours is very specific. In that case, I'm going to take the black token from Copernicus.
I'm
Ooh.
free.
Yeah.
You're temporarily freed. Yes. So I am going to say that you took Shaylin's black steel short sword, but not Shaylin's other equipment.
Her hidden ritual dagger.
So yeah, she has one of the ritual daggers with the curvy blade that these that the tattoos all look like, and she has cut herself free with that, and she has taken the unstrung bow from her back and strung it, while she was being unobserved by Copernicus. So the first Copernicus knows about it is the arrows that
Ooh.
come your way. So
Oh,
this
good.
is a great
What
time
I like
for
about this is
initiative.
that I have no health.
Yeah. That's why it's a black token. So let's have an initiative roll from everybody.
14.
I have a natural 20.
Oh no.
Wow, that's
oh,
not.
Shaylin.
That's a high
Wait.
roll. That just means she goes first.
In fairness, she's pretty mad.
I'm
It's
trying to
true.
decide if I'm going to count that as a
Oh.
wasted 20. It's useful that she goes first, but it's
Didn't
not a
need to be
crit,
20,
right?
yeah.
It didn't need to be a 20. I'm going to add that to my list of wasted 20s from the campaign.
Can't roll for shit today already.
Yeah, R2D20 is really janking me.
Oh man. R2.
Oh, no.
I've had one roll above a 10.
Ooh.
I
Yeah.
rolled extremely poorly as well.
Oh, excellent.
You're still half asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's hear some numbers. Ugna
14.
and what do I got from Fetid?
2 plus
Ooh.
7, 9.
It's not terrible.
And Tromlin
6.
6 and 5. 9, 6 and 5. I'm gonna
Oh
roll
no, sorry.
for.
I have a 7 total, not a 9 total.
Okay. I put you in
Even
exactly the
slower.
same place in the order, and I'm just gonna roll so I can stick in Glorpa and Araxti. Although Araxti is rather busy actually operating the ship, so he can't do a lot. So Shaylin goes first, and Shaylin is going to do several things. Shaylin is going to use a bonus action to make a strange gesture with a hand, and shadows coalesce near Araxti into a very similar kind of disembodied giant hand to the bony hand fishhook thing that Copernicus loves to conjure. But this is made of shadow, and it grabs one of the major levers and just starts pulling, and the entire ship shudders and veers hard to one side.
Hashtag not all warlocks.
Yeah. And then Shaylin is going to take a regular action and fire an arrow. And Shaylin has 2 actions, so I'm actually going to put 1 arrow into Ugna as she pulls herself up over the gunnel, and 1 into Copernicus, those being the 2 major targets that she can currently see.
I do have 18 whole hit points, so
Yeah.
this is
Well,
probably
I also
good.
have
I've rolled very well on both of these. These are both going to be hits.
Disapprove.
Yeah. Where is my damage? There we go. So Ugna, you are going to take. Where's the dex bonus? There it is.
Does she exceed 17 for AC?
I rolled a 19 without
Oh, yeah.
bonuses, so yes.
she's good.
She's a +8 to hit. So, yeah. So that's a 27. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure she hit you.
She's pretty good.
My roll against Copernicus is only a 24, but that's also gonna be more than
Yeah.
sufficient.
Now, please roll shit damage.
Yes.
So Ugna, you take 9
Ooh.
damage,
Still up.
regular damage, plus another 4
Ooh.
cold damage, as you feel this icy chill from the weird shadows that are surrounding the arrow as it flies towards you.
I got 5. I got 5 left. I'm good.
Copernicus is going to take 7 damage,
Okay, still up.
and
And some cold damage?
also 4 cold damage. Although
Hey,
I think,
two hit points left.
Oh, good.
hang on a
Nice.
second,
We're all
I'm just
doing
going to
very
double
well.
check. I'm double checking whether you have some resistance.
No, I
'cause
don't.
cold.
I just
I
checked.
don't think
Just
to cold.
necromancy?
No, you don't.
No.
Yeah. So, and
I mean, I'm just
that
assuming
only
you
happens
have
when people
resistance
attack
to
her.
necromancy.
Yeah.
You could surprise me. Maybe you have resistance to, like, radiant or something. That'd be weird. I'm sure you're a
Oh,
holy
and
cleric.
I forgot. Something that she did already, which she can keep having because of concentration, means that you, Ugna, are currently the favored enemy
Oh, right.
and the hunters marked.
Ouch. I see someone is a ranger.
She's one of those. Great.
Yeah, so you're going to take an
Oh,
additional,
no.
an additional 2 damage from the hunter's
Oh,
mark,
no. 3
and
hit points.
an additional 4 damage from the favored
No.
enemy.
Okay. Okay.
So that is below 0.
That is below 0.
But because you are an orc,
I am an orc. I'm going
you
to
have
grimly hold on with 1 hit point.
yeah. What's your? I forget the name of the
That
the
is Relentless
feature.
Endurance. When you are
Yeah.
going to drop to 0, instead drop to 1 hit points. Once per long
Yep.
rest. So I will mark that off.
So this is your 1 mulligan, and
So
you
I
sit at 1.
hit right in the chink between my armor and my shoulder, and I like slump down over the slide down over the edge of the ship, but then just still manage to catch myself with 1 hand as I grimly hold to life.
So let me put that whole picture together for you. So as Copernicus grabs a hold of the gunnel, having tumbled across, and then Ugna just begins to pull herself up and put Cromlin on the side of the gunnel so he can cling on separately. So Ugna has 2 hands to pull the bunch of you over. Arrows suddenly out of nowhere thunk into both Copernicus and Ugna. So basically, as you pull yourself up over the side, wham, an arrow hits you, and you drop. And Tromlin is suddenly alone on the gunnel, and like desperately looking down, sees that Ugna has caught herself with that indomitable orc spirit and clinging on
But
to
doesn't
life
look
with 1
good.
hit point.
Does not look
Now, here's
good.
a question:
And an arrow sticking out of you.
Does our guest know that Ugna is still there?
I mean, probably not. An
Yeah.
arrow hit Ugna, and Ugna fell off the side of the boat from that perspective.
All right. I think I know what we'll do next time. Okay.
So next
Cool.
person to go is going to be Glorpa. And I'm just going to have Glorpa participate, but that doesn't really help. So that's not enough to beat armor class. So Glorpa flies at Shaylin's face, being in Raven form. She's going to attempt to do the eye pecking strike, basically, but does not exceed the armor class, and so Shaylin dodges aside. Araxti is definitely preoccupied with the ship at this point, so I'm not going to give him an action. He is desperately attempting to regain control of the ship as this shadow hand fucks with all of his controls. So even more gadget hands come out of the various ports in the shell and start grabbing things and trying to get it back under control. And the next up is going to be Fetid.
Okay.
You find yourself in a
Dwarva.
backpack suddenly several feet below where you were a moment ago.
Yeah, I want to get out of the backpack and try to heal Ugna.
Ooh.
That is a thing you
So,
can do.
Yeah.
You just
So.
need it to touch, so you can just like reach out and
Yeah. Exactly.
slap the back of her head and go, have some hit points.
So Cure Wounds is a level 1 spell. How does
But
the
you
spell
can
slot
cast
thing
it
work? I
too.
can bump it up.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can spend a level 2 slot to cast it for more healing.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely want to do that.
And you do have, I think you've got one left. You cast a Pass Without Trace,
Yeah, that
and
sounds
you,
right
I
to
think,
me.
already did a second level heal. So you think you've got one left.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Well, now is the time, that's for sure.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
All right. So what do I roll for that?
Yeah. Do you have the stats for the spell in front of you? If not, I can
I'm
tell
looking
you.
for it. I have the name on my character sheet, but
Okay. I believe Cure Wounds does D8s. Yes.
that sounds
So it's
correct.
so at second level you're doing 2d8. So
2d8. All right,
2d8
very
plus
good.
your spell casting modifier, which is your wisdom bonus.
Very good. 10. Where's my 8? There's an 8.
And your wisdom bonus is a plus 4.
So 2d8 plus. Pretty good. No, that's a 10. I think we have 2d10. There's
You have
2d8. All right.
2d10 for percentiles.
5. Nice. 8. 13. Ugna, you get 17 hit points back.
Heck yes. That puts me back up to 18, where I was before.
Nice.
Nice.
But it basically just exactly undid Shaylin's attacks.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I fixed your armpit for you.
Awesome.
So you are now aware, definitely, that Fetid is awake because
Oh,
he
yes.
has just like leaned out of the top of your backpack and smacked a hand on you, and you feel better.
Yep.
Thanks, buddy.
No problem. Also, good morning.
Oh, I just saw that
We're kind of in a situation here.
our tracker just flew up. We are very close to another inspiration for everybody.
Nice.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you,
Meta.
Yeah. Just a very, very small distance away from more inspirations. Inspiration.
Inspiration.
Inspiration. I will say it that way because I'm
I think we
Canadian
just hit it.
and pretend I'm French.
Hey, 101%.
Hey.
Yay.
Oh.
Nice.
We did it.
Inspiration for
Nice.
everyone.
And I don't know how you make that
Inspiration for
roll
you.
over, Alina, but
Inspiration for you. Inspiration for your cow.
I guess you don't need to roll that over. We can just keep counting the percent above 100 and then just roll it over next time.
Yeah.
Excellent.
160.
Okay, so everybody gets another inspiration.
Heck yeah.
Well done to the channel. And next up on the initiative order is going to be Tromlin.
So I have a question. One of the things I have as a racial ability is Spirit of Dionysus.
Yes.
Is that like a standard action to do Vicious Mockery?
So it just gives you those extra spells.
Okay, good. Then
So you use your spell slots as normal. Vicious Mockery is a cantrip, so you can just do it when you want.
now, question: does it? I'm blanking on what to say. Since it's that normally a bard spell, do I use my entire character level or do I use my cleric level?
You use your character level as normal.
Yes. Awesome.
And
Awesome.
I'm just looking to see. I don't think it affects. Oh yes, your total damage is level affected. Yes.
Yeah. And one other question: is there something I can do to, I don't know, make it a little worse for her? I'm trying to make it where I'm the focus of all of her attention and rage.
I would be happy to make a deal with you
God damn.
where this is not like big enough to be a hero point, but if you want to spend that inspiration you just got back, I would be happy to have you basically personalize the Vicious Mockery,
Ooh.
especially since you just spent a bunch of time gaining her confidence and talking to her as her girlfriend.
Yep.
And basically like let her know, like effectively let her know it was you. In fact, you know what? Don't spend the inspiration. If you do that, we'll just call this a charisma check.
Oh yeah.
You're good at this.
But my only problem is my character does feel genuinely bad about what he's done to her.
First you catfished her, now you're negging her.
That's kind of it. Like, it's really not in his character.
I am willing. I mean, she did just shoot your friend in the face.
That's true.
True, that's my childhood best friend.
Yeah.
And she's
Yeah.
looking to destroy the world.
Yeah.
Trauma will feel guilty about this later.
Okay, I need you to roll to neg. So we're gonna make a negging check,
what is
which
that?
I think will be a persuasion.
Oh, my plus 10.
Yeah, you're very, very good at this.
Do I have advantage?
I'm just double checking the. No, you don't have advantage, but like you've got a plus 10. You're pretty damn good at this.
Score 30?
Nat 20. Okay.
All
So
right.
I look at
Well,
Trauma looks at her, and with his hat of disguise, his face changes back to her lost love. He's like, "Huh? No wonder I left you."
Oh.
Oh.
Ouch.
Gosh.
Yikes.
Oh.
okay. So I will make the saving throw. I'm going to make the saving throw with disadvantage after that. If that's your nat 20 effect, I'm rolling a wisdom save at disadvantage to resist the vicious mockery damage. And yeah, one of those rolls is decent, but one of them is very not. So that is a success on your part. So go ahead and roll the damage. That's 2d4.
7 points.
Ouch.
And she now
7
has
points of
7
7 points of psychic damage, and she has disadvantage on. Oh, just the next attack roll. Yeah, as she is very shaken by this moment, and her eyes go wide.
I'm trying to draw her attention from everyone else.
Copernicus.
So, where's the nearest piece of like total cover?
There's lots. The ship is pretty covered in. Everything is lashed down, and you now kind of realize why as the ship is buffeting around. But like, there's lots of gear. There's a great big. I guess the coal store is probably under deck. But like, there's all of this equipment that extends up through the deck to run these impossible. Like, there's basically a giant steam engine and a whole bunch of clockwork that runs all of the devices, but also provides the hot air. There's literally a chimney of like a steam pump, a steam pipe that comes up from the device to the hot air balloon, and then there's these giant propellers in all directions to like maneuver the ship. All of it steam and coal powered. And then all of the other devices are like various clockworks. So there's all kinds of crap on deck that you can hide behind.
And what are my options in 5e for like healing myself with like second wind or anything like that? Do I have anything like that?
Not so. There's only fighters get the
Okay.
ability to do that in tactical time. So
Okay.
in strategic downtime, you can spend your healing search. You can do not healing search. You can do your hit dice. You can spend your hit dice to heal, but only during rest.
Yeah.
So you don't have that option. So it's 100% down to like spells and potions.
Yeah.
I will remind you, you have a healing potion.
Do I?
You had, because you guys stole some healing potions from, or not stole, you found them when you found that attacked caravan. And I thought that one of them was taken by Copernicus.
I think we gave Glorpa all of our fluids because it seemed like it was
Okay.
her
Right.
element. So I'm going, but what I will do is I'll hop behind full cover, and if I can like, if I can bring a rope from the gunnel with me and just like lash myself down, because I'm at 2 HP. I have no spells. I can't even do blood magic. I'm pretty sure at this point I'm
you're
dead weight.
down
I'm a
to-
liability.
The only thing I think you could do is a cantrip, basically.
Yeah. So I'm gonna lash myself in, so no one has to worry about rescuing me if the boat starts falling over.
Sounds good.
And then Grandpa's gonna. I can do a distracting intrusion as a bonus action. So I think from behind the thing, I'm just gonna yell, "Oh shit, burn!" and see if I can distract Shaylin.
Someone in the chat's like, she loses concentration, right?
I'm gonna
Might-
go.
That's
Yeah.
true.
I might force a concentration roll.
On my
Because I think
on
that
burn or my insults.
Well, the both.
that's what I'm referring to. Yeah. Yeah, very much so. Just to see if the hunter's mark is maintained. And I will. I'm just grabbing the distracting intrusion because I can't remember if that has to pair with something else you're doing.
Bonus action: one target in 30 feet makes Wiz save DC 15 or has disadvantage on attacks and saves until your next turn.
Right. Okay. So I'm going to make the saving throw. Oh, she did very well on the saving throw, though.
Ooh.
Rats.
What's the DC? 15?
15. Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's good.
Okay. No worries. All right. Well, then Grandpa's just trying to get out of the way and not be. Not. I don't want to be a burden. I know how it is.
I'm so dead on my turn. On her turn. So dead.
And that is what's next. So we're back up to Shaylin's turn.
Hey, the good news is I
oh.
took no damage last
Did I not
game,
go last
so-
turn?
Did I miss you?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
I
was
think I
14.
skipped you. You were supposed to go before Fetid. Sorry about that.
Right. Right.
Um,
I can go at the end. I was holding action.
yeah, actually, you know what? I think as a result of like dropping and having to use your Orcish endurance
Yeah, that took
while
my turn.
falling,
Yeah.
I'm going to say that I'm not going to take your turn away entirely, but I'm going to basically put you at the bottom of the initiative order. So what do you want to do now?
Cool. As I slid down the rope and I'm now kind of
Yeah.
getting myself back together. Excellent.
You're effectively going to use your movement is effectively gone.
Yeah.
Because you're basically going to have to like get a hold of like not fall off the boat and clamber back up. But you can do other things in the process.
Cool. I would like to do use my menacing action. As she shot me, I fell off, and then I will like rise back up from the dead over the side of the ship with lightning crackling behind me.
Like,
and try to make her very terrified of me. And trauma.
so you effectively managed to get back up to the gunnel, pull yourself up, and that was your full movement.
And
then
give
just
her a
like,
look that was
just
like,
roar.
that was a mistake.
Like just let out like like one of those roars that lions do that when you're at the zoo and you're like, holy crap, those things are loud.
Can we just appreciate what a bad day this woman's having?
Oh God, yes.
Oh, it's my long lost girlfriend. She's kind of weird, but oh shit, she attacked me. Oh shit, I'm on a boat. Oh shit, that satyr has my girlfriend's. Oh, I've been catfished.
Oh yeah, this is a bad time for her.
Indeed, and the effect of your.
I roll my intimidate versus her insight.
Right.
End my next turn.
Okay, so go ahead and roll your intimidate. I am rolling her insight.
I have a 24
13.
to terrify her.
I think you're going to win. I rolled a 13. I'm just looking for a bonus, but I don't think it's going to be 11.
I rolled really good. I rolled an 18 on this one.
Yeah, she's pretty good, but it's a +5. That ain't going to do it. All right.
Yeah.
You have succeeded.
I still have her arrow like in my shoulder.
Frightened of you.
And I'm bleeding, but I'm definitely not dead. And now I'm angry.
So she is frightened of you until her next turn.
Yep. Which also means she gets disadvantage. I guess she already had disadvantage because of the vicious mockery, but
double disadvantage.
Double disadvantage.
She has disadvantage specifically against you.
Yep.
And she has, and then disadvantage generally, and then also she has to try and get away from you. That's the other effect of being frightened.
And I'm standing like right behind Tromlin.
Yeah. So that is definitely going to change what she's going to do now on her action.
Oh, did she have disadvantage on my DC on the saving throw, wisdom saving throw for my intrusion?
No, because it's disadvantage on attacks and stuff, not on saving throws.
Gotcha.
I'm double checking, but I think that's. Yeah, disadvantage on attack roll.
I like that it was a disadvantage derived from an insult, which makes it like literally a disadvantage.
Yeah.
A disadvantage. Well done.
Now, wouldn't disadvantage be if you have advantage because you were dissed?
Dissing,
Hmm.
or because you dissed someone.
Yeah. So one person gets disadvantage, the other one gets disadvantage.
Advantage, yeah.
You have to be
Oh,
careful to distinguish those.
Who's
Okay.
on first?
All right. In that case, what Shaylin is now going to do is that Shaylin reaches up one hand and grabs the amulet that she is wearing.
Ooh.
And when she does so, it glows with like an unholy purple light. And which of these fun things is she going to do? No, I really think because of where you are, I was going to have her try and charm someone, but I really don't think that is on the cards anymore in this particular situation.
No one finds
Um,
you charming.
Nope, not right now.
no. Well, charm person forces that, but
I know.
I don't think she is in the mind state to stop and attempt to charm people. So instead, she is going to drop Hunter's Mark, use the bonus action again to do the Shadow Hand, and the Shadow Hand is going to yank on another one of the levers so that the entire ship tilts almost 90 degrees.
Oh no.
So you are all now hanging, like those of you who are on the gunnel are now just hanging in space. There is no deck to hold yourself to. Copernicus is very, very happy to have lashed himself to the deck.
I told you all to wear a seatbelt.
Araxti goes flying off the ship,
Oh shit, we
Oh,
lost
no.
Malky's
We lost our
character!
pilot.
Oh
lost the
no.
pilot. And Shaylin is then going to
It's
use
okay,
her
he's got a helicopter in his
action.
hat.
Shaylin is then going to use her action to cast Misty Step
Oh no.
and is going to disappear in the mist, or in a cloud of mist.
I have a
Now,
question.
Misty Step has a short range, so you may be able to reacquire this target.
If
But-
I can detect magic at will. Can I sense where she is magically?
Well, that might be a thing you want to do on your turn. But
Ooh.
I'll quickly question from Randy. So, what's up?
Does her tilting the entire ship count as an attack?
No, because she actually had no idea what she was doing. She was just trying to fuck up the controls, right? So I didn't make her roll. So if you're talking about the disadvantage, it just wouldn't apply because there's no
Gotcha.
roll.
I have to
Yeah.
try.
No, and I think it's not to the next turn, right? It's on her next attack, so it's still the disadvantage is still there if she is. I'm just double checking. No, it's till the end. Oh, it's disadvantage. Yeah, to the end of its next turn. So still, you went. I'm going to give you disadvantage on your next attack, but then your friend went. No, I'm going to frighten you the fuck away.
And she went, oh hell no.
So
Oh,
you can blame
hell no.
Ugna.
You know what? Ugna did what Ugna does. I can't fault Ugna for this.
It's true.
Ugna did like a full-throated like. Ah!
Ugna's gonna oog.
Yep.
Just let
Yep.
it happen.
Yep.
Right in her name.
It's right in my name.
Okay. So we are on to Glorpa. Glorpa, having lost sight of the target, begins flying in a circle to try around the ship, trying to spot where Shaylin has gone to. And suddenly, you hear Glorpa squawk in that raven voice that she's been using. Oh, shiny! And she flies like a beeline off into the night, into the dark.
Damn it.
And I can reveal that is the result of the poll
Yeah.
choice as to what it is that distracts Glorpa.
A shiny.
Well, you something that you are unaware of, but all you know is that she yells out "shiny."
I mean, I assume this is just Glorpa would be distracted by that anyway. It just helps that she's also a raven right now.
True.
And that's Glorpa's turn. Araxti's turn. as Araxi goes like tumbling head over heels through the air, he stops as his legs. I mean, I'm sure everybody is as old as me and has seen Astro Boy, but his legs become little rockets. I'll use a not like 30-year-old cartoon example and say Iron Man. As the rocket boots shoot into activity, and he catches himself in the air and starts flying back towards the ship.
Fair enough. So that's one
Um,
less worry.
and I guess he still has an action because that's movement, but he'll basically be shouting to his little minions and trying to, and the little minions will run away over from the coal shoveling to start pulling levers and trying to get things under control. And next up is Fetid.
All right. Well, first I'm going to
Actually,
mark.
pause for a second. I'm going to have the three of you that have no specific anchors to the ship give me a
Mhm.
quick deck save as the ship goes pitching to the side like that.
Here is hoping better than
Difficulty's
that.
not too high this time.
That's
15.
good because I didn't roll super high. I have a
15 is
12.
fine. 12 will do.
19. Much
19
better.
Very
will
nice.
very do. So you all managed to like cling on very well
All right.
and not getting any kind of trouble. So yeah, you're basically free to act.
Mm-hmm.
So you were saying you're going to bonus action?
All right. I'm just looking over my abilities right now to make sure I'm not missing something cool.
Temporarily lost sight of Shaylin.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering about. Let me see.
The Crimson Paradigm begins to rock back over from the actions of the little mechanical guy.
So I can't see her at the moment.
No, but you can attempt to reacquire. You can give me perception,
Yeah,
and
yeah, that's what I need to do first before I
Ranger
do
you
versus
have
anything.
dark
Ranger.
vision. So
You can
Yeah.
do it.
yeah,
I don't know if I can do that. 6 plus perception. 13.
13.
Yeah.
I'm going to roll. Actually, no, I'm not going to give her a stealth roll because you're. I think I'm going to give her the equivalent of a passive stealth because she didn't have an action to take to hide or anything like that. But she does have magic that is stealth making.
Sure.
So I'm going to give her a just calculating what that's going to add up to for a passive stealth, basically a 10 plus stealth bonuses. 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so that's not going to do it. So you get your weapon ready and like lean out like you're in a little you're like in the basket above Yavin in Star Wars for some no one knows how that guy got there. He just I
Yep.
guess he lives there. You're like in the basket in the backpack on Utna's back, like leaning out with your weapon and trying desperately to spot where the hell she went, and you don't see her anywhere.
Okay.
Anything else you want to do?
In that case, I think I want to just try and get to a more secure location. So I suspect this airship is going to be doing some more wacky maneuvers in the near future.
Mm.
So yeah, I think that's about it for now.
Okay. I'm just double checking what you've got left for spell slots. I don't think you've cast any of your first level spell slots.
Not really. I was gonna hunter's marker, but I can't do that if I can't
Yeah,
see
you can't
her.
see her.
So
So you're still sitting with 4. Just making
yeah.
sure I know where you're at.
Mm-hmm.
Um, all right. So next up is going to be Tromlin.
I'm going to try to find her first off.
Okay, give me a perception.
All right, my perception is a
Oh,
plus 7.
I should. I'm going to back up slightly and just say you have an option, Jeff. You've got like 2 inspirations now and a hero point. So like you've got options if you wanted to like
right.
re-roll
I
that perception.
should have re-rolled that perception. I'm gonna
Go
Yeah,
for
spend
it,
all
man.
my
go for it.
inspiration
I'll
to
let you do it
that.
I'll
because
mark
you're
that off.
basically not doing anything with your action otherwise.
Yeah,
So you
no.
might as well.
I rolled a 1.
Okay. Well, we'll mark
Well,
off the inspiration, but it was worth a shot.
Yeah.
Okay, now Tromlin, you're going for a.
I'm going to try to find her.
Yep. You are intimately familiar with this spell, so you know it's fairly short range.
Yeah. So, ooh, that's nice. 23.
We'll definitely do it.
So
Oh, I was sitting here going, I thought you only had a +2. I'm looking at Copernicus.
I was like, nope.
Not as observant. You got
Yeah.
a 7. You're good at this.
I need to be observant, or I would be dead.
Yep. So with your intimate knowledge of the spell, you know it's a very short range, and you immediately go, well, where would you disappear to that would be somewhere people wouldn't be able to see?
You've got this spell.
And since the ship is careening, you're not going to go up like on top of the balloon or something. So you look down under the ship, and sure enough, you see her at the lowermost ropes, like looking down, clearly looking for like an opportunity to like to drop or otherwise to escape off this off the ship.
So can I cast a cantrip at her?
A cantrip? Yeah,
Yeah.
you can cast whatever spell you want.
Do I want to entangle her or mock her again?
Ooh.
Well, the entangle is a first level spell, and it's
But it's also part of my
better.
Spirit of Dionysus.
Yeah, which basically allows you to cast it once per day without a slot, or once per long rest
Nice.
without a slot.
Does that also mean it works as character level, not
Yes,
spellcaster? So as a
correct.
7th level character.
Yep.
Now I'm just imagining
Awesome.
like the rope kind of like springing forth into vines to entangle her.
Yep.
All right, let me see. Spell entangle. I'm going to try and entangle her.
Fine.
Into like grapevines because it's Dionysus.
You basically grab a hold of the rope that she's on,
mhm.
and like it magically begins to like sprout growth, grapevines. Give me or sorry, is there I don't think there's a roll for this. I'm pulling it up.
It's a strength save.
Yeah, she just has to make a save. So yeah, so like the ropes all around her start to like sprout these vines, and grapple. So this is now a difficult terrain for her, which it already was because you're vertical ropes, but now it's like really difficult. And she has to do a strength save or be restrained until it ends. So she's as long as she's in there, she has to make these saving throws. If she does make a saving throw, she can free herself,
Yeah.
and you can keep this in that area for up to a minute.
Yep.
Um,
Also, I tell the rest of the group, by the way, she's down there.
Probably get more of a shout since she's since all of you're like careening through the air. Your save DC is 15.
Well, remember, this is
Okay.
as a 7th level character, so not my normal save.
That's right.
No, because their save DC is not doesn't affect the.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just your not profession bonus, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. That's fine.
Yeah, it's based on your stats. But we made sure that your wisdom and charisma had the same bonus, so that it doesn't matter which spells you cast. The number's the same. So strength saving throw for her is
Probably pretty good, I assume.
Rangers get bonus to this one.
Worth a shot.
She has made her saving throw. So she is fighting with the ropes that are now trying to entangle her, and she manages to free herself. It is Copernicus's turn.
Oh, real quick, I should add, I have not changed my face back,
Okay,
so I blow
Excellent.
her a kiss.
Oh,
excellent. Very good.
So how quickly is do we call him Tan? Is that his short name? Mantan.
Mantan. He's
And
a
Tan was
man.
like his first name.
Okay.
Araxti is his sort of more use name.
Okay.
Man was his title. He is a normal man.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Just is it because he has flying rocket boots and he's like a super techno tinkerer with like powered by technology. I feel like we can call him like Iron Man Tan, and it's
Good.
not inaccurate.
Good.
But so how quickly is he heading back toward the controls?
Pretty fast.
Okay, so I'm not worried about like trying to grab the helm or something. He's gonna
No,
be there in a second.
he's
anyway. Okay.
going to be there pretty quick, like
Then
right away.
Then I think I'm just gonna do a regular chill touch on her.
Just hit
And
her
then
with
I'll
the
do
chill
another.
touch.
I'll do another bonus distracting intrusion at the end.
Sounds good.
Chill touching it up. I miss.
Hey.
And then I'll do a distracting intrusion, and I'll yell,
Oh, I am rolling fire.
Sorry about your bird. I heard that ravens like murder.
She's like, I don't get it. So it doesn't work. No, she actually made a saving throw. But that's why. She's like, she'd never heard of the murder of crows.
What?
She's like, huh?
The
She's like, this is a
flock of crows,
raven. What are you
idiot.
talking about?
They follow wars around and they eat carrion. So yeah.
Yeah, that is accurate.
Carry on, my wayward son.
I guess so. Weird old man that I just woke up near and I have no idea what's going on. And Ugna.
All right. She's down on the ropes fairly far.
Yep, down below you.
Gotcha.
Not super far. She basically teleported like 30 feet and then like was climbing down the ropes. So she's not that far away.
Oh man. Okay. Alina thinks this is probably a bad idea, but Ugna doesn't know about Misty Step.
Oh no.
Can I tie a rope onto my net and then throw the net at her? Because I could see what Tromlin was trying to do.
I'm not sure. Well, you've got two actions. Yeah, I would let you do that if you basically make that your whole turn. Because
Sure, yeah.
like getting in a precarious position, hanging on the side of the ship, getting like
Yeah.
the net out and like attaching a rope to it and then making the cast, that'll just take all your
Fishing.
attacks.
Yeah.
But I'm down.
Sounds good.
You
Am
realize
I-
what Copernicus was trying to do
Yeah.
with his fishing cast
I was
that he
like,
missed,
oh,
and you're like,
yeah.
fishing, right? You can fish with nets.
I can fish.
Mhm.
I look over at Purdy and I'm like, let's turn this into a
God.
fisher trip. I
Yeah.
tie up my net and I throw it down at her.
Hell yeah.
Alina.
So she is still frightened by you.
Oh God.
So I'm going to give her disadvantage on evading this, but you still have to make the attack roll.
Yep.
You still have to make the armor class.
Woo.
I
So
like
go
that we-
for it. Ranged attack.
Cat fished her and then orc fished her, and also
Yep.
old man fished her.
Yep.
You're just trying to get all the fish, all the
Yeah.
different
Yep.
types of fish.
Mhm.
Alina, when you
Plenty
said
of
I can
fish.
fish, my brain was like replaced fish with fist. I'm like,
Oh,
no,
no.
that might
Oh,
kill
no.
her.
That's
That
bad.
will that.
I mean, maybe.
You're being punch. We use the word punch for that.
Yes.
Fished her right in the face.
Hmm.
17.
I think that'll hit.
I rolled 11 and I got a
Maybe.
+6 to hit with my net.
She is very wily. Where the heck is the AC?
Wiley, she hit her AC from the DM.
Where's that AC?
Yeah, shield's not. It's not on here for some reason.
Hmm.
But I think it is a 17. So I think you just made it. I'm gonna arbitrarily call that.
Cool.
I think it's studded leather 12 plus 4 dex, and it's plus 1 magic bonus. There's a shield, but she's not using it. She's busy swinging on ropes. So 17.
Cool.
So you got it. Okay, so I guess she is saving throw to see if she can escape being all tangled, but I'm giving her disadvantage, which is good because she definitely made the first one, and it definitely did not make the second one.
Ooh, good.
Yay.
Hooray. My
So she is
pun
temporarily
pushed it right over the
tangled up
edge.
in this net.
Yep.
She's tangled up in this net. And you have her tangled, and you have the other end of that rope. So next up is her. She's going to attempt to escape again.
Can't she just surrender?
How many
Well, right now
hits
she
do we
has
need
to
to
run away
drop
from
on
this
you?
person. I don't think that it would be plausible to cast Misty Step while you're entangled.
Right.
Like, I don't think that if someone's grappled you, you're allowed to just say, oh, I have Misty Step, so I'm not grappled anymore. Especially because it's a bonus action, right?
Yeah.
I am, in fact,
Nope,
Googling
apparently
that.
you can. Does she have another second level slot left, though? Let me double check what she's cast so far.
I mean, you could always put a penalty on it since she's kind of distracted.
I'm just gonna.
As long as you can cast the spell. Is Misty Step a... It's just verbal components.
Oh yeah, I guess like if there's yeah, there's no, you don't have to gesture, so you can definitely cast it while you're grappled. That's actually a pretty damn powerful spell.
That really
I guess
is.
that's why it's a second level spell.
I guess.
But at this point, you guys are high enough in the air that if she were to cast it down 30 feet, she'd still be like lethally high
a
up.
bad fall.
So I don't
scared
think
to
she's going to
escape
do
it.
that. Yeah. So instead, her last ditch effort here with being entangled and attempting a spell cast is she's going to look back up at you as you shout down, and she is going to cast Charm Person on you, Ugna.
I'm very
God.
bad
So
at
it
this. I'm very bad at this.
So it is time for you to make a saving throw.
Oh, dear.
Nope. Is this my intelligence or wisdom?
Wisdom.
Wisdom? That's
And you
just
know,
a 0, but I rolled a
she's
5, so
gonna-
that's 5.
She's blowing a second level slot, so she actually is
Ooh.
going to do this on both you and Fetid.
Oh,
So
great.
Fetid also make a Wisdom saving throw.
This is a good time to use inspiration.
Yeah, I will
I
point out,
rolled-
Alina,
That's
and
true.
I think both of you have
I'm
2.
gonna spend 1. I can't roll super high, but maybe... Or I don't get a bonus, but maybe I'll roll better.
I rolled an 11, and I'm going to blow my last inspiration to try it.
Is that with your bonus?
Nope.
Yeah, that's with my
Okay.
bonus.
I rolled a 3 this time.
That's much better.
Even lower.
17.
Okay, you shake your head. You kind of are like, oh, I feel bad for her. All this bad stuff has happened, and then you're like, wait. She's
No,
trying
I
to kill
don't
us.
feel bad.
She shot my friend.
I'm
Ugna, on the
kind-hearted
other hand,
and dumb,
you-
and I'm like, oh yeah, she's had a real rough day. Oh jeez, I kind of feel bad for her.
So she looks up at you pleadingly and says, please let me go, and does Charm Person. Now, the effects of Charm Person are that you are charmed until she attempts to do anything harmful to you, and you regard her as a friendly acquaintance. That's
Okay.
basically the role-playing cue that you have. So you aren't forced to do whatever she says. It's up to you. But she is going to turn on the pleading and say, please, just let me go.
And I will like have that slightly glazed look in my eyes for half a second, and then be all like, "You're gonna fall down there. Hang
Lower
on."
me down. Lower me down.
Seems legit.
God damn it, Ugna.
So that's her turn. So we'll come back to Glorpa is out of this, and
Ugna is
Raxty is
very
busy,
dumb.
so it's going to be on to Fetid.
All right.
You have shaken this effect, Fetid. You are good to go.
Yes. Let's see. Huh. How many ropes is she currently hanging by?
Well, there is one rope that she was attempting to get through, but she's on. But then suddenly, a bunch of the ropes magically burst into vines and
Okay.
surrounded her. She kind of escaped them and was trying to get away, but then a net was thrown in,
Mhm.
but that means that she's still within the vines, so they're again snagging. So effectively, she's really bound up by all of the ropes that are hanging off the back of this
Okay.
ship.
Cool.
Because it's just a mess now of like
Sure,
magical writhing
Spider web.
rope line. Yeah, until Tromlin drops the spell.
Which
Uh-huh.
there's no intent
There's
of
several.
doing.
Okay. Interesting. Are we trying to capture her or kill her?
That's the question.
Question.
We need to capture. We want to
Okay.
question her.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you an investigation roll here for some information.
Yeah. Let's...
I would love it if Fetid is the smartest one in the group at the moment.
All right.
You have
19.
a +5. 19. Excellent.
Yep.
Okay. You notice that amulet, the Raven amulet, is still kind of purple glowing,
Mm-hmm.
and you suddenly kind of think maybe that's part of where the magic is coming from.
Okay.
That's her bucket.
And
You gotta steal her
have
bucket.
Mage Hand.
Yeah. I have Mage Hand. I also have Trick Shot.
Ooh.
Yeah, these are both options.
Oh, that's a dangerous trick shot. Oh no.
Let's see.
I mean, it would kind
Another
of solve the
option-
problem either way.
Part of me's like, my character can't tell you what because that'd be metagaming. Oh god. Do what you gotta do.
Let's see.
Unless we can find a speak with that spell.
Oh, that's
Let's
good.
try Mage Handing it first.
Well, your swarm of insects can basically swoop down. She is within range because she's only within Misty Step range, which
Right.
is the same.
All right, yeah, I want to try and grab that sucker.
All right, make me a sleight of hand check.
Didn't roll well. All right, 10.
This is cool enough that I would be willing to let you use your hero point to not just get that off of her, but like get it for yourself.
Hmm.
The last one with a hero point.
I'm also going to, if you do this, I'm going to edit it so more of her magic is only coming from the amulet.
Yeah, let's do that. That sounds fun.
Hero
Because this
points.
is like a really cool idea. So your hero point here is you have stolen the sorcerer magic, and she just has some of her basic ranger spells now. So yeah, the swarm of bugs like flies into her face. She's like, oh, they get in her mouth and her eyes, and they undo the clasp and yoink the entire Raven amulet and bring it back up to you and neatly hang it around your neck.
Good bugs.
Or
No,
stick
actually,
it in your pocket or whatever.
I swallow it.
Right, we're going through like.
Oh, good.
If she wants it, she has to wait 10 hours or kill me.
Are you sure you want to swallow it?
Yep.
Good.
That's
Excellent.
what I would do. In the heat of the moment, that is where I would put something for safekeeping.
I'm going to reveal something to you guys because this is super hilarious. I have to edit my next poll now because that was one of the options.
Nice. I scooped the DM.
Fetid eats
I was
it.
going to describe it to you that it kind of looks like a dead raven.
No.
Like a taxidermied raven. And it was going to be one of the
do in the heat of the moment.
So 100%. Excellent. Wonderful.
It's like
I will.
Cobalt instinct and also spite. I want to look her in the eye as I
I'm
swallow it.
definitely gonna push the second pull now till after the break because I'm gonna edit it.
Nice.
Wonderful. So yeah, you fly it right back up and gulp. So as it comes near you, and it's like there's like like an anime moment where it's like floating towards you, and its
Yep.
purple magic is glowing more brightly, and the clasp is like moving to go around your neck, like it's about to like, like it's an evil artifact, and it's about to like grant you power and power you up, and your eyes start to glow purple, and you hear the voice of the Raven Queen going, "My new Minya," and then
I'm imagining like a full-on Yoshi tongue plucking
Yep,
it out
exactly.
of
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
The Yoshi noise and everything.
the swelling evil music just cuts off with a record scratch, and you're just gulp.
In her
And then
own
Fetid farts a
dimension,
little bit.
The Raven Queen staring into the mirror going, "Did that little shit just swallow my amulet?" And she's like seeing the intestinal tract squeeze her out.
Her eyes go bug wide.
Well, did not expect that to happen today.
And now she has lost most of her magical options, and she just goes limp. So I'm gonna let's carry on the hero point. Somebody shouts like, surrender. Probably Ugna, who's like, "This is my friend. Come on, surrender."
I have something I was going to do real fast. I'll make
Sure.
her surrender. I want to Misty step behind her and sap her in the back of the head.
Excellent. So Ugna actually starts lowering her down because that was the suggestion. It's kind of only sort of working because of the entangle spell.
I'm doing the best I can.
Yeah,
I gotta help a
and then
friend out.
you misty step, end up hanging on the back of the net, and allow your own vines to entangle you, so you're there and not going to fall. And then you just go night night.
And I actually, with my attack bonus, it was over 20. So
And I'm just going to arbitrarily, again, part of this whole hero point to kind of end the scene. You can goose it with your sleep spell, whatever. It's not just a stun; it's a out cold. And with the ship righted, Ugna hauls herself over. Now both of your friends are down there in the
I gotta
tangled
help
mess,
them
so you
out.
just
Yeah.
gotta just pull them up onto the ship. And in fact, I believe once she's unconscious, the charm is going to wear off anyway, and you're sort of going to be like, "Whoa, what was that all about?" Although maybe
I'll play
you're
it
just
like it's still lingering because I'm like, look, I didn't want her to fall and die. That would be terrible.
She seems nice.
She's, she killed a lot of
She
people.
seems
but...
like a nice murderous raven cultist.
Yep.
Everybody's got some kind of thing. So you've been hauled up, and you let the entanglement go, and you're basically now just all on the deck. She's all wrapped up in a net and unconscious, and the amulet is gone. And you can now search her and take all of her weapons and whatever else you want to make sure she's not a big threat. And we can move on. There's no sign of Glorpa.
Right.
Glorp gonna glorp.
Yeah. She'll catch up.
Can I
Glorp.
Can I ghostly gaze Fetid to see how the amulet's progressing through his organs?
I feel okay. I mean, it's in my just stomach right now. It hasn't
it's in
gone
your
very
gizzard.
far yet.
It's still getting ground up a little bit.
Yeah.
Interesting choice.
I just want to see if it's doing
I'm
anything.
I'm going to say yes. Well, so ghostly gaze is supposed to be for looking through inanimate objects, but I don't see that this is particularly a bad use. So.
I just want to see if it's doing anything to him that we should be worried about.
I mean, I have iron stomach, so how bad could it possibly be?
That's true.
Not that you can tell. So you basically see through Fetid's stomach, and you see there's a small paring knife that had been in the backpack. There's this taxidermied raven, or a small raven, whatever, on a chain.
Good.
There's some rocks,
some fish bones.
There's some bones of something you don't want to know what is in here.
An entire horse hoof.
Yeah, there's with the shoe still nailed to it. That's actually in the process of breaking down. You guess it's been here a while.
Yeah, a couple years.
The eye of Vecna.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some kind of glowing gem.
The One Ring.
Like just throw it on
And
a
a
kobold,
hobbit
it's
holding
better.
onto it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, I heal my grandfather for 12 points of damage.
Oh, thank you.
Some kind
Very
of
kind.
there's like some kind of undead hand in there that's sort of like just like crawling around, like thing from the Addams
Mhm.
family that's just kind of like
I'm legitimately worried
basically being
about
bored.
that claiming the amulet.
Oh my god, it's a carrion crawler. He brought that's an
Aw.
old D&D monster.
What's that?
That's an old actual D&D monster. Undead
Yeah,
hands.
not the carrion crawler,
Hey,
but
I ate
it's
the
an old
last
type
one.
of
They're
undead.
extinct now.
There's a specific undead that is
It's just the
the
hand.
disembodied hand from like the Addams family.
And in second edition, from an April Fool's issue, there was a cursed ring of remove hand. And if you put it on, your hand animated and ripped off of your arm
Nice.
and became your enemy.
Oh, that's a problem.
That would explain how you could bring it on the ship for free.
Yeah.
Because it is carry-on.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh.
Fine
Oh,
form tonight.
no.
Fine form.
Grandpa joke.
I am like
okay.
I'm gonna offer like a special bonus of some sort to anyone in the chat who can tell me what the name of that undead was, because I can't remember. It goes all the way back to basic D&D, maybe even OD&D. It's one of the
Just a
like
hand.
higher level undead, like on the same par of like ghosts and those kind of things. And it's like literally just a disembodied hand that can run around and do things. And I think it has like an eye attached to it, maybe. Anyway, it's been a long time. That's like
It's old
80s D&D.
school.
If I am seriously going to give somebody in the chat something, if anyone can like figure that one out and tell us what it's called.
It sounds like it's a reference to the movie Reanimator, though.
Oh yeah, I mean like everything in original D&D was like, ripped off of something.
Yeah.
It's kind of the whole point. But okay, so you you have unconscious Shaylin now stripped of her weapons. You've got that black steel knife you already had, but now you also have the ritual dagger and her bow and arrows.
We've also got
The
her.
arrows look pretty normal at a quick inspection. And without even an Arcana roll, Copernicus, you suspect that the weird cold damage being caused by those arrows was a magical effect from the amulet. Powers of the Raven Queen.
I'm gonna gag her just in case she does have any spells left. I don't trust
Yep.
this. Bind and gag.
Yeah.
Good move.
Once the
have
charm
lost.
person.
Well, that's the way to avoid Misty Step, right? If she has other Misty Steps, gagging is the one. It's a verbal spell. It's the one thing you can do to prevent it.
Oh, you know what? Hold on. Before I gag her, I'm gonna take the cloth of gag her with, and I'm going to turn to Fetid. Raise your arms.
Oh no!
Oh.
Even I
We've
feel a
done
little
it.
bad about this.
We've done so many horrible things to her.
This is the
It's
worst.
got even worse.
We also killed her familiar, like...
Yeah, it's still in a
Yep.
gem. We have it in a Pokeball.
Oh man.
Are you? If you're seriously doing that, she's probably not going to come around. It's like chloroform.
Yeah.
Good. That's the point. That is in fact the point.
She like her body just is like, oh hell no. I'm not going back to that.
I raise my arm, but I'm like, are you sure about this? This might kill her.
In second edition, this would be an alignment check.
I just realized. So I've got people guessing in the chat. My brain is offering me like a weird word that I don't think is right, but it's definitely like a one word, just strange word name that they probably took from some like Middle Eastern mythology or some other world mythology.
Wait, there was the crawling claw that someone guessed. That was a forgotten
Yeah,
response.
that's not it.
Yeah.
It is definitely, if anyone has a copy, it's definitely in the rules cyclopedia. If anyone has like that 1990s version of D&D book, which I have a copy of, so I'm going to check on break because I'm super curious now. Anyway,
So where do we want to go now? Should we go
away from that camp?
Yeah.
I think this would be a good time to see if we can get Dangolf here post-haste.
Yes, we definitely need to get hold of Dangle for this and say, look, we caught her. She has an amulet belonging to the Raven Queen.
Oh, fellows, I was on my way to Ravenfall, and I would be going that way again. But if there is some other place that is needed that you were wanting to go, I could potentially. You have gotten me out of this predicament that I was in. I'll call it a predicament. I don't know if that's really a word, but
That's
if
a
you can
really good
take me
imitation.
somewhere,
Yeah.
I- I've been in enough exhibitor tables with Malky that I'm gonna try
I want
trying
to
to
meet
do my
with...
If I was still DM, I was dethroned immediately when I was in the DM screen. But if I was still DM, I would award you an inspiration for your performance.
excellent.
However,
Thank you very much.
So.
I'll take that as a black token. Add another. No,
Oh no.
No!
Those are the payday loans of getting through
I'm
D&D
kidding.
problems.
It's true.
I am just thankful
Kidding.
that I was able to remind you, my black token belongs to someone
Wait, no,
specific.
no. I remember. I have a very specific plan for your black token. So
Uh-oh.
that's
Although, let's be honest,
Right.
the worst of my black token
Uh-oh.
was I got it from rolling really well.
That's a
So-
you got it.
problem?
You got it from rolling too well against the
no.
Fae.
Oh no.
So anyway,
I impressed the Fae a little too well.
Mm,
A little
mhm.
too well.
So was
So what would you like to do?
Was he gonna meet us like back in Mud Hollow or
We're not going to
Stonehill?
the Mud Hollow while they want my head. Maybe we can meet him outside Mud Hollow somewhere.
I think
You're
you mean
thinking
Stormhill.
of you're
Stormhill,
thinking of
that's all.
Stormhill. Stormhill was where you were going to meet him at the inn. Yeah.
Mud Hollow's
Mud
our
Hollow
house.
is like where your home is. Yeah.
Well, the
Ohio.
problem is, I don't think that our guest troops are going to just disband because she's missing, because they had other people of importance. I think they're going to just try to keep going without her.
But maybe we
So
can
in
ask her
addition-
sort of what they were trying to do.
mm.
Yeah, we also might get a very different Shaylin now that she's not under the influence of the amulet. Or she might pretend to be a different Shaylin, but she is in fact
Indeed.
not different. Yeah. We're gonna have to do
Either
But at
some
the
way,
very
sort of
least, she doesn't have her stupid amulet, because I
Yeah.
hate it.
And she's not going to be happy to see me, so I'm going to have to probably change myself again.
Well, I think we can. I think we should not go back to Stormhill, and maybe see if we can get Dangolf to come meet us outside of town somewhere.
Oh, I have to meet someone, don't I?
In Stormhill?
No. Lane, I have to meet my new buddy.
Pulling up my notes now because there's
Yeah, didn't you have a meeting
too
tonight
much
or
stuff
something?
going on.
Yeah.
Some kind of weird Fae meeting?
Yeah.
Which you haven't told us
Yeah.
about.
Yeah, I'm desperately searching my notes because I'm trying to remember exactly who it was. Oh, right, with with your new friend Pucklezog.
Like, yes. Yes, I haven't had a chance to catch the crew up on what happened when I went missing, have I?
No, you haven't.
So should we do that now, as I'm healing people?
Mm-hmm.
So, when I vanished, it was because my god of the day was a Fae god of the wild linked to the Drow,
Oh.
and some other Fae have been filing claims against us, and I basically had to go to court.
Did you win your
Ooh.
case?
Yeah, I did. That's one way of putting it. So
Well, that's good.
One of the people was our departed friend's servant, who Misty stepped away.
Oh, he was a Fae.
Ah.
He is a Fae.
Oh.
He's a satyr, and he is also trying to solve the case of what was going on with the Raven Queen. So he's on our side, but he thought we were villains because, for some reason, he was tormented by people.
Yeah.
We are pretty good at that.
A little.
I had to smooth that over and apologize. I did, though.
It seems like
It's
a
'cause
good
you're real
idea
good at
at the
talking.
time.
Yes.
You.
So I got him calmed. So the goddess, whose avatar was present and not amused,
A goddess?
did let that go. And then our friend the Myconids were very confused as to why a demon was sent to them to terrorize and attempt to destroy them. I did my best to explain to them that it was not a personal thing, but what they had taken from my grandfather could end his life. And while they didn't completely understand what was going on, the good news is the Arbiter did, and was apparently very impressed with my ability to talk. Very impressed with my smooth talking.
So we're not the bad guys, though, right?
We are not the bad guys. But I will say my dry spell is over.
Oh.
Congratulations.
I just clap you on the back.
With a goddess.
Congratulations.
A fey goddess. That usually has a price.
You
Wow.
survived. That's pretty good.
I survived so far.
Your grandmother would be very proud.
I look at the bucket and give it a thumbs up.
You got her on with the goddess. That's wow. I mean,
Well,
good
her
on you.
avatar.
I mean, good.
So, and then sent me on the way. But Pucklezog, who is on our side, is calmer. Still a little iffy on some of you, so please do not torment him anymore with heads and blood or whatnot.
Oh, he's the servant.
Yes.
Ah.
He was actually on our side the whole time, but we didn't know.
Oh.
And his first exposure to us was that incident.
Yeah.
That would make us not look very good.
But no, he understands. He understands. I apologize on behalf of the group. I will ask, if possible, when you all meet him, if you could all give an apology for scaring the ever-loving shit out of him.
That seems reasonable.
Yeah.
To make it clear for the audience, just because they didn't get to see Randy's little side scene, Tromlin effectively fucked his grandfather out of trouble with the Fae.
That
is basically what happened.
I mean, that's very in character.
Yeah.
I used all my orifices to protect my family.
With
And
the Dark
we
Lady
are
Shar.
Very grateful.
With probably the most dangerous Fae god to fuck with in every sense of
And you fucked with her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's where the black token came from. It was the nat 20 on the persuasion roll.
That's
okay.
not going to be a problem.
I am convinced that black token is going to appear in a Fae god's version of a "you up" text message.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what you could possibly mean.
You're like, do soul who dis.
No, I will not. I will not.
Oh, we have a winner in our chat. We have a winner. While this conversation was going on, I looked it up and found it online. The name of the classic undead that can appear as a disembodied hand is a Druge.
Ooh.
Oh, yes.
And Metageeky just came up with it. Well done, Metageeky.
Nice.
Excellent.
Yeah, they're in a bunch of RPG video games
that
too.
way.
Yeah, it's from a Middle Eastern mythology of some sort. But yeah, the thing I was messing up is that they're not always a disembodied hand. They can also appear as a disembodied eye or a skull. I just always used to DM them as a hand because then Anno's family, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But
also Evil Dead 2.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah.
So I'm gonna have to come up with a special reward for Metageeky on that one. Excellent, well done. Okay, so
well, that was a big night.
Yep. So I went from getting laid to reminding someone of the woman who spurned and walked away from them, and then knocking her unconscious twice.
I mean, she was trying to kill us, I guess. I don't know. Maybe?
Is there like a summon therapy spell that I can cast on this woman?
There are spells for that. Clerics have lots of spells for that sort of thing.
Actually, Ugana will come over and kind of like give you a little squeeze on the shoulder and be like, "Look, you did what you had to do, and she was gonna hurt a lot of people. Like, she did like set that wagon on fire and attack a lot of dudes.
She did kill a lot of people who had no reason to die.
And maybe now we can like tell her not to do that, and maybe make the guys go back up north, and then everybody will be safe again.
That would be cool.
It'd be real easy."
Well, let's go meet Uncle Zog and then figure out.
Yeah, you arranged to meet Pucklezog at the same clearing in the woods that you had been let out from, so you have a general idea of where that is.
Yeah.
It's not far, and not far from
Stormhill?
like in the whole area. So it's out of the way. It was like in a hidden dell, so not a bad spot. Are you asking Raxty to just drop you off there, or what do you want to do?
I feel like we should let him escape because he has more than repaid any debt he might have had to us.
Yeah.
Also, because I don't want to risk Malky's character getting hurt because he ever rejoins.
I'll tell you what I'll do. If you need, my offer still stands to give you a ride somewhere. That's just nearby. That's fine. I'm going to go and get supplies in town. I'm going to go to the town of Stormhill. I'm going to go and take a moment there and check my ship for damage, and it'll be safe there. There is a garrison, and I don't have to worry about these people in the woods trying to take my ship again. And before I have to go on and finish with my deliveries, I'll go there, and I'll wait for a while. If you come and you want to ride somewhere, I will give you that ride before I go on about my business. Does that sound like a good idea? And
Well,
I need to stop and
real
get
generous.
food and
That's real generous.
supplies.
I go to reach into my bag and be like, "Oh, you need food," and then I like
generous
just pull out
person.
crumbs, and I'm like,
Yeah, there's
sorry.
no rations left. The 2 weeks of rations that you brought for 5 people are all gone.
Yeah.
I will
We're currently
give him
jostling up with the phylactery that that it swallowed.
I
am the phylactery.
I pull out a mason
Phylactery
jar
factory.
of the stew I made the
Aw.
other day. Here you go.
I will drop you off here, my friends, and then I will see you again. See you again soon in Stormhill. If you do not come within a couple of days, I will be moving on. But for that time, the offer for a ride stands.
Be safe, friend. Be safe.
You're a good man.
Yes, I am a man. That is correct. Good of you to notice.
Human
and
man.
he, a human. I am a normal human man. There's nothing at all unusual about me. And as he's saying that, different little gadget arms are reaching out of his armored shell to adjust. I don't know if you caught any of the stream last time, Jeff, but effectively this is a turtle who has an entirely mechanical shell as his
Nice.
artificer armor.
That
And while
rules.
we are discussing which of us are normal human men with nothing strange about them, I would like to remind everyone I too, equally normal, equally also just a normal mortal
Yes.
able to die man.
Granddad.
Exactly the case. Neither of us are anywhere
Glad you're
unusual.
not
I am not an artificer with magical powers, and he is not a warlock with magical powers. It is all completely normal and ordinary.
Yes.
Uguna's just nodding.
So here we are, my friends, and he takes you to the dell that you describe. You sort of go up front with him, and he navigates his way from your descriptions through the hills, and he'll lower the ship down, and you're all sort of prepared to go. I guess to go over the ropes over the side, and he goes, no, and there's a section of the prow of the ship where the deck falls away and becomes like the gang ramp from I don't know, Flight of the Navigator or something. One of these. Again, I'm just going to make nothing but 80s references tonight, okay? I just
It's
want to make
80s
sure
night.
everyone knows
Welcome
how
to
old
80s
I
night
am.
on the stream.
Yeah, welcome to 80s night, otherwise known as my life.
Yeah.
Someone on the stream said black token for goddess poken.
And that is an accurate description of what
And
is happening.
another was you try to screw with my family, I will screw with you.
Oh.
It was a very Tromblin way of dealing with it. It's like, oh no, my grandfather has angered the Fae. I will
should
offer some
Trump
fucking.
did not instigate that. He was in
No.
a
Fair.
did not say no.
No,
Fair.
but you did pull out the nat 20 ridiculous 30 total persuasion rolls.
To
Yeah.
charm that goddess.
Oh
Mhm.
god, that's gonna fuck me over so bad later. So bad.
It's cool. Don't worry about
Um,
it. That's for the
Oh, no.
future.
That's
so
future
exact. That's
trauma's problem.
That's future
Future
trauma's
trauma's
problem.
problem.
It sounds like in this courtroom, Grandpa wasn't the only one who got off.
Oh, you're right, and that's the worst part.
One hell of a defense attorney you got there.
Mhm.
So he lowers you down, and you can head off. And there's just this very appropriately twilit, loamy dell in the hills. The forest floor is soft from like rotten loam and mosses. There's a ring of colorful, outsized toadstools and stones circling the entire little glade. Dromlin, you're like having drow goddess dungeon flashbacks.
I mean, it was only a few hours ago, so.
Yeah. I mean, you're like, yep. You're like, you check there's pockets of the ground that are still warm.
This is where the magic happened.
Oh.
Glorpo, yeah, someone put it. Glorpo will be so disappointed that she will.
She missed
Missed the
this.
goddess. The goddess banging.
That Tromlin nailed a goddess basically in Marsh.
In the marsh. She was like, I could have helped to saturate the ground for you.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Make it softer and wetter. Best.
Wait, when you
Best
don't
environment.
when you don't have lubricant, so you use your water genasi
Oh
friend.
god.
Oh god.
I quit. I'm done.
Yep.
Hey, Fetid has a magic item that ensures you'll never be out of lubricant.
Oh no. Oh no.
No.
Is that what the beans do? What do the beans
Oh.
do?
No, Fetid has a magic jug that can produce liquids.
Mm.
Yep.
I am not getting
And
my
that
loot from Fetid.
includes liquids.
Yeah.
Nothing against Fetid, but I am not getting my loot from him.
That's fair.
It would not smell good.
Probably not
Go to the
safe
trash
for
kobold for
Everyone would
hey,
get an infection.
can I get some cut rate lube? I met a kobold in a trash heap, but I bought a jug of lube from.
Oh, why?
That's like showing up to your date with one of those little tiny
I
roses
paid.
you get at a gas station and the glass vial that's used for a crack pipe.
I paid for it with magic beans.
Fancy.
Okay. So here you are. Later tonight, you're supposed to meet with him. You didn't specify a time. You just said later tonight.
Yeah.
We could
So you could like set up camp,
sleep.
have a rest. You do still have an unconscious Shaylin
Prisoner?
with you, so you have the option of attempting to bring her around and interrogate, or you could wait till after your meeting with Pucklezog. Whatever seems best to you guys.
I mean, I figured I'd be tending to everyone's wounds.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we should also probably do some resting and.
Yep.
At least a
Yeah,
short rest,
resting
if
up
not a
your
long
recovery.
rest.
Yeah.
Would it be considered disrespectful to the goddess if I started like trying to make food for my family here?
Oh no, this is you're familiar with a lot of the ways of the Fae, not like as much as like an arcanist expert might be, but like in general, there are Fae folk who eat. Like it's not like they would hang out in these places and be like, oh, making food here would be disrespectful.
Okay.
You would like want to be controlled about like where you build a fire. You wouldn't like cut down a living tree or anything like
No.
that to.
I figured I would
but
probably just try to make
easily done.
something simple and make sure put aside a portion for the Fae. I was like, here's an offering. We're in
Yep.
your glade.
Yeah.
In fact, I will actually say that in this glade, there's a spot you didn't really notice before. Right in the center of the toadstool ring, there's like a built-up rock circle with like some blackened coals amongst the sand and debris, where
And
someone clearly has previously had a fire.
And nothing has ever gone wrong when you decide to make a meal in a fairy circle.
No, for sure. That's
No.
great.
In fact,
Definitely do
that's the
that.
best place to eat. I think that's the common wisdom.
Definitely gives it extra spice.
Always eat and drink anything you get from the Fae. It's
I will say in Sylvan,
Rule 1.
Sylvan out, even though they're not gods, it's still respecting Sylvan. We enter your home. We wish to make a meal. If you'd like to join us, please do. And I will set into motion cooking there. Try to get some fish from the local water or whatever, like things that aren't Fae or aren't plant life.
While he's
Um,
cooking, can I put a message? Can I cast a message spell, kind of like an alarm trigger, so that if Shaylin wakes up, the message activates and make noise that we all hear?
Yes, you absolutely
smart.
can. That's a great use of the message spell.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, I'll cast it on like one of her ropes or something, and if she wakes up, then the rope will go like, I don't know, wakey wakey, eggs and bakey.
Sounds good.
Good.
You're currently
Wakey,
using
no one loves you.
a rag that was wiped in Fetid's armpit as a chloroform
Yeah.
gag. So so you start looking around for like sources of food, Randy, and Tromlin's not having a lot of luck. But I think as soon as Fetid notices that you're doing that, you can very quickly and easily acquire whatever he's looking for. You've got all the ranger tricks and skills and so forth to like easily get some fish or find a local stream. You find a local stream and go fishing with Copernicus.
And if you could set up some wards or alarms, I don't know how fast Shaylin's people will mobilize, but I imagine they'll be out for blood and soon. Just to be safe.
Yeah, you could
No,
cast an alarm spell. You still have lots of slots for that. Throw an alarm spell around the clearing.
I'm pretty sure I'm mostly out of spells at this point. I'm just
Yeah.
cooking.
Yeah, you still got a few of your once per long rest. So let's at least count this as a short rest. And I think
Short rest.
Ugna, that means you can use your healing
Hell
surge
yeah.
if you want. Anyone can heal during a short rest with hit dice if you wish to.
Yeah.
Definitely, because I am out.
Mm-hmm.
You can take however many of the hit dice you want to spend and roll them, and then you add that. No, each dice that you roll, you add your con bonus, and you get that many hit points back.
Okay.
What do I roll to prepare food?
Um,
I forgot.
you
That's
would
right.
make a performance check, but in this case, I don't think you need to. You actually have the chef background, so.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, and also I forgot about that. Because you're preparing food with your chef background, you actually provide additional healing during short rests to the people that you are providing for.
Ooh, nice.
So everybody is going to get the equivalent of a heal spell worth of hit points back
Nice.
right off the bat. I'm just going to throw that roll for you
1d8 plus 4.
real quick. Yeah, 1d8 plus 4, so that's 11. Roll a 7.
Nice.
So before you do any of your own spending for healing, you all get 11 back just from the meal prepared by Tromlin.
And I will make sure
Hey.
everyone knows that there's one bowl that is for the Fae, and that's put aside. I'll also make one for Bucklezog and one for our unconscious friend, because eventually
need
she's
to
going to
eat.
wake and she has to eat.
Yep.
Yeah. God, that puts me almost back up at full hit points.
Nice.
Did you do your heal?
Yeah, between that, I haven't even done my healing surge yet.
Yeah, we don't need to.
I
You
wouldn't
can save
bother
it.
because it's yeah, I'm like nearly full. Sweet.
Or second wind, it's called.
Yep. And I get my superiority dice back, so if we need to beat anyone else down, I'm good.
Yep.
I used up 4 hit dice, and I'm at 50 of 52. So I'm happy.
Nice.
Nice. Okay. So yeah, you get some rest and wait for a while. So you're waiting until Pucklezog comes. You're not going to try and bring Shaylin around.
Not if we're still
She
patching our
probably-
wounds. Yeah.
No, with the
she's probably-
sleep spell on her, she'll stay out for basically at least as long as a normal night's sleep.
Yeah, it was night,
unless
wasn't
you
it? So it's
deliberately
like
wake her.
it's like
Yeah.
after midnight now.
Yeah, it's actually getting on towards dawn when Pucklezog arrives. So that you've got a few hours of rest, which is why I'm calling it a short rest.
So I can also make a breakfast in the morning too.
Yeah. And why don't, before we get into the Puckelzog stuff, then this is probably a great place to take our break.
Yeah.
So let's, and then I can take a minute and recalculate my second poll here. I have to remove the Raven amulet from the options. Eating
Has
the
been
Raven amulet.
eaten by one kobold.
Yep.
Mhm.
All right.
I
Well,
love that
let's
someone
take
referred.
a
Okay. All right, everybody.
15. Sounds good. We'll see you, what, 10,
My
15?
my kobold character has no nose. How does he smell?
Terrible.
Goodbye, everybody.